Hi, so this is a very short video on how to create a network location that points to SharePoint, or in our case, what we're calling Toucan. So, it's a straightforward process. To create a network location, first of all, you need to decide or choose where you want to create the network location to. In my case, I'm going to have a network location that points to the GTEP team site, the top of the site. So I go to where I want to. I've already gone there. The key thing here is to get the web address of where I want to point my network location to. I'm using a site. Equally, I could be using any one of these document libraries as well. The process is exactly the same. You just go where you want to create the link to and copy the address. Once you've copied the address, you then need to open Windows Explorer, which I'm doing here. And the key thing to find here is on the left hand side, somewhere it will say computer. You may have to scroll up and down to find it, but somewhere it will say computer. And then you want to right click, I think that's control click, I think, with a Mac, and then left click on add a network location. This opens the add network location wizard, which is very straightforward. You literally just click next, make sure that's selected and click next again, and then here's the only remotely fiddly bit of the whole thing. You paste in the address that you want to go to, and here you've got to do two things. First of all, wherever you are, whether you're in the office or outside, you need to delete the file name that it's pointing at, and that will nearly always be default.aspx depending on what site you're on, but it's nearly always default.aspx. So delete that. You can leave or not leave the / at the end, it doesn't matter. And then the key thing, if you're outside of the office, is the HTTP part, the beginning of the address, needs to be HTTPS. Otherwise that won't work. So change that manually if it wasn't HTTPS when you copied it. You've then got a link which is going to our SharePoint address, and you've got the site name at the end of it. Equally, you could have a document library name after that. The key thing is you don't have the file name after that. So click next again. If you're outside the office, at this point you'll be asked to enter your username and password, so that's // your username and then your password, which is fairly standard. You should be used to doing that. Then you'll be asked to give your network location a name. I'm calling mine the site, and I'm adding the name of the SharePoint platform that it's on, so I know that it's on the server and not on my local machine. I hit next, I hit finish, and then hey presto, I've got a view there of all the top level document libraries in that SharePoint site. Quite a few there. Having created that, the great thing and the reason why we're doing this in the first place is two reasons. First of all, it makes it much easier this way. If I wanted to do any sort of group copying and pasting, for instance, so if I had several documents, I could paste them all in this view. I can select multiple documents, drag them around in different folders if I wanted to. The other thing that's good about this is now, if quite often you might be creating Word documents from scratch. Once you've created it, you've got a blank document. Then you've got to do, if you haven't got a network location, you're at home, you would have to save this document to your desktop, for instance, and then upload it. That's always a bit of a pain. Much nicer is to be able to go File, Save As, scroll down if it gives me the option. Oh, great, it's a bad time for Word to hang, but anyway. Alright, I'll just talk you through it. So scroll down. On the left hand side you'll see your network location, you click it and then you save to it and give it a name. Here we go, just as you would anywhere else. So GTEP on Toucan takes me to the top level site we just saw. I choose the document library that I want to use, I double click, it then gives me this slightly sort of SharePointified view, hit save, and there you go. Obviously that's a lot easier than if you were doing it and uploading it every time. So that's it, that's creating network locations. Hope that was useful.